All right, in this video, we're gonna show you how to put together this Nahzura compost bin. Let's get into it.
Mechanics for non-mechanics.
So this is our world right now. This is the Nahzura compost bin. I've laid them out for you with some help here from my family. Now, so you got 7 pieces here. Okay, those are all grouped together. Now this D and C, they said, is actually together. So don't be confused about that. C and D, this is C, which is on top of D. So they come together, okay? C and D are together, that's one there. You got 2 sides here, one there, and then you got these kind of V shapes, 2 of those, 2 of these here with indentations on both sides, and then 2 with just an indentation on one side, and that's a receiving end there. So that's our pieces. They gave us
and a long pole,
Phillips screwdriver. So we're gonna get started.
Who's your Phillips screwdriver?
In my pocket, buddy. All right, so they want us to use screws F. This is F. That's what we're gonna be using, these shorties with the washer. All right, so you have these 2 indentations right here. Okay, those are gonna go in these 2 holes, big holes. Okay, and then you're gonna screw it in with these F screws. Okay, you're gonna do this on both sides. Maybe I should put this down.
I'm pushing.
Yeah, push in from the back. Don't touch those, buddy. Juju. All right, so we'll do the same thing. Put those 2 ends through the big circles.
Thank you. Thank you for being gentle.
Okay, same thing, put the washers on the bottom. You might need something to hold the washers on the bottom with. We're gonna see. It doesn't have to, obviously it doesn't have to be super tight. You could put a socket on the bottom. I'm probably just gonna screw it in and hold the other side with my hand. Yeah, that's what they make them for, that's fine. So you just hold the bottom with your hand, with your finger, and then using their Phillips provided, screw that in. All right, that's our first step. So we have our very chintzy base. Now you're gonna have these 7 panels, okay? Those are the B panels. And so those panels are gonna go all around, okay? So they go underneath here, and then there's some little notches there that'll fit into that box. And then you're gonna use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would be 7 times 7. You would need like 49 screws. And we'll start screwing it in. Use a nut on the bottom. I'm gonna hit these sides first, actually. I'm gonna put this sideways. So you gotta find the best way to screw this in. Might be from the side, might be from the top. I'm gonna get another screw for this other side. It's all very flimsy until you start to get some screws in. So be careful. Just gonna kind of prop that up. So I'm gonna hit this right here. And you don't want to strip the screw, so if it's not going in easy, then pull it back out. Keep trying to get it so it goes in easy. Just be careful, this is chintzy plastic. So you don't want it to, like, when it's in these beginning stages, you gotta support everything or it's gonna break before you even get started, you know? So we're gonna do the same thing. This This side's gonna go up in there. And every time you put one of these in, it gets a little bit stronger. And again, as you're screwing it in or putting the nut on the bottom, if it's not going in nice and easy, pull it back out and try again. So I'm gonna hold the bottom of the washer, and I'm just gonna, while I'm holding it, tighten the Phillips head. Okay, put it on with your hand first, and then once it gets to a certain point, use the Phillips to finish it off. You don't want to go too tight. Don't use a battery powered drill on this stuff because it's just plastic. So there's 3 of them apparently, 3 of those that are a different size. So there are a few screws where I'm putting the washer in, and it's kind of getting held up on something, and it's not, like I said earlier, if you do it and immediately it's getting held up, then you might want to back off and try it again. But this is one that went on easy and then it started to get backed up. So I am gonna use, try with just a socket. This is an number 8 socket that fits nicely. And so I'm gonna try and screw holding this on the bottom. So sometimes there'll just be a little thing, a little nub or something on the screw that got in there. And so you just go past it a little bit and you're good. We have our C and D panel up here. That's where we'll be removing that and putting food in, compost. Then we have 2 B panels on there, okay? And then the screws are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on each panel, but they overlap. So we're gonna rinse and repeat, do the same thing. All right, so we have 4 B panels in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's time to put our divider in. And this divider has arrows on it, okay? And the arrow is supposed to line up with whatever arrows are on there. There's a certain way that it goes in, okay? Put it in between these slits, and you want the arrows to line up, okay? It can go in other ways, but those ways would be incorrect. The arrows lining up is what you want. We got 4 panels in. We have the divider in. Now, in order for this other divider to go into the hole, you're gonna have to pull the divider back a little bit. Okay, so this can be kind of confusing. So you just want to tilt it back a little, and that leaves a gap right here, okay, like about an inch gap for you to slide this in. So you just tilt it back a little, make sure it's in the slot. You want to make sure the divider, okay, is in the slots, is by the arrows all around, okay? It needs to be in the dividing slot all around. And then when you take it back just a little bit, and this new one goes in, you want to make sure that it doesn't fall out of the other slots like I just did. Okay, so you just tilt it back a little bit, get it under there. And let's see if we can get it this time. Okay, so this time we got it. It's in the slots, in this top slot, and it hasn't fallen out of the other slots. So that's a nice secure fit there. All right, let me screw these in. Here we are, we got 2 of these panels left. Now again, we have to finagle, push it up from the bottom. You know, good thing is plastic bends, but it also breaks, so be careful, okay? You don't wanna break this. Don't wanna break off any tabs. You just have to, you gotta fit it in between, under these tabs, and still keep it within that divider. Here we are on the last panel. Now it's gonna slip under here, and it's gonna be over on this, over top of this one. So you're probably gonna have to reach underneath in this, through this hole here, and pop this part up a little bit in order to fit it under those tabs. There we go, snapped into place. And so I'm gonna finish screwing these screws in. We'll go from there. So this is CC and DD, and you're gonna put them together. Okay, this is a male end, female end. Okay, that'll snap in. Same thing with this other one. So then you got this V. Thank you, son. And then that's gonna go on here. And the same on the other side. All right, and that's gonna be our base. They also want you to take these little rubber tabs, stick them in on each end. And the final step is going to be putting this all together. Now we have this end, we put the caps on, we're going to stick it through the middle. So here we go, stick it on through, and you have that divider in the middle as well. So it's got to go through the divider. There we go. And then through the other side. There we go. Bing, bang, boom. This indented side on the bottom is going to go on top of this bar and hug around the bar, and the screw will go through all of that. So let's put that on there. I can't see. Okay, good. And then this long screw goes through the other side as well. Okay, good. All right, and then these washers are a little bit different on this one. These are the, they gave you 3 of these. I think just 2 with 1 extra. Okay, so we're gonna screw that on. All right, so that is how you put it together. Hope this was informative for you, and we'll see you in the next video.